This month is my 4-year lock anniversary. So I wanted to talk to you about my Sisterlocks experience within these 4 years. It's been quite a ride. There have been peaks and valleys, and I wanted to give you an honest, realistic viewpoint of the experience. I'm not just gonna talk about the positives and encourage you to do it just because, or try to frame it like it's some great elite experience. I don't want to do that. It's a hairstyle. It is an option. There are so many beautiful types of locks and natural hair and hair in general. And it is never my position or want or desire to try to police how Black women do their hair. And I would advise you not to do that either, okay? Beauty comes in many forms, and let's just celebrate all of them, okay? Sisterlocks can be great. Are they the end all and be all of all hairstyles and beauty? No. Do I like mine? Yeah. And that's okay. So let's start at the beginning. Before my Sisterlocks journey, I was relaxed. I was relaxed in 2018, got braids, cornrows, feed-in braids for a trip to Mexico with friends. Decided I really liked the look of braids, and I liked the look of my hair when I did the takedown, the braid out. And I thought to myself, maybe I could do some natural hair. Maybe it'll work out for me. And so that was just kind of a thought I had. I decided to try braids a few more times. And then I moved from Arkansas to Texas, and not knowing any hairstylists in the area, it gave me some time to pause and decide what I wanted to do next. My sister lived 20 minutes away, and she had a referral to a braid shop, and I used her recommendation to drive 45 minutes every now and again to get my hair braided. I kept my hair braided for more than 1.5 years and grew out my relaxer. I had about 7.5 inches of natural hair before I transitioned to Sisterlocks. What happened was I did my research on natural hair, 4C hair, or B hair, mainly 4C hair, and how to care for it yourself. And I watched a lot of videos about natural hair, and then that led into videos about locks, and that led to videos about small locks, and that led to videos about finally Sisterlocks. And I was able to tap into learning more about the Sisterlocks community, follow people's journeys, get their advice. And I learned about the Sisterlocks website, and I found some certified Sisterlocks consultants in my area. And then I did my research on these consultants. I looked at their social media presence. I looked at their websites. I looked for their establishment photos. I looked at their maintenance photos and their styling. I really honed into the people who were approaching Sisterlocks as a business and a profession, not necessarily a side hustle. And that was important to me because this was a huge undertaking for me to change my hair. As someone who's been relaxed for decades, I wanted my next hair journey to be in the hands of someone who was skilled, not just with Sisterlocks, but also working with natural hair, with being a stylist, someone who had that experience that I could trust them with my new journey. And so I found that person, scheduled a consultation, and I got, with that consultation was the same day I got my big top, and she shaped my hair. She gave me my test locks, and she gave me 2-strand twists. So I wore the 2-strand twist, then wore a twist out, and then it was time for me to come back and get my establishment. My establishment was October 31st to November 1st. The first day was 6 to 6. The second day was 6 to just about midnight. On the day of establishment, I brought all the things that they recommend that you bring. Snacks, laptop, iPhone, connection cords, extra batteries for charging my devices. But also, what was great about where I went, and I went to S2R Hair Studio, Chastity Vaughn, is that her shop environment is so luxe. It is an ideal salon experience. It is beautifully designed. She has a coffee maker, she has water, just a few snacks. She has an ice maker. She has a nice comfortable chair. She has an ottoman for your feet. She has a lap desk. She has access to streaming services, so you can watch that. She also has a chair that reclines so she can do the top of your hair. It's a very luxe and professional experience. So I gotta shout out to the lady who did my establishment, because she the best. I'm sorry. I'm sure you feel like your consultant is the best too, but I gotta give it to her. I came during the week because it accommodated both of our schedules, and I could bring my laptop and work remotely while I got my hair done. It was a beautiful thing, okay? So she kept me looking nice in that grid on lock. Literally, actually. She kept that grid looking good. And every little piece, everything was locked up. All the stuff locked up. Let's talk about after the establishment. So the first couple months, particularly right after the establishment, you know, it was looking a little sparse, and we expected it to be, because I'd done my research and I saw a lot of YouTube content creators say this, that to get started, that first look, it's not the look that you're gonna have down the road. It's a little sparse. People call it plot chicken or whatever. Some people call it ugly. I don't think I was ugly. My hair was not all that I wanted it to be at the time, but I had a vision, and I know what it could be. I knew its potential. It takes confidence. It takes a good self-image. It takes not feeling like you're ugly to start, or that all of your beauty is in your hair to begin this journey, because on day one it may not look like you want it to, but you have to look forward to a few washes down the road, a few months down the road, and that you will get there. And so at 3 months, after a few washes, it started to kind of fluff out, and then at 6 months it really started to look full, and my hair did the little coily things at the end that I didn't think my hair was capable of, because I have mostly 4C hair, a little bit of 4B in the front. But it was cute. It was giving baby locks. It was cute and curly and fluffy. And I really appreciated that time. I took a lot of pictures. I would advise, if you're going to have a Sisterlocks journey, that you take a lot of pictures too. I really enjoyed the baby lock stage. It was very nice. I followed the recommendations of my consultant. I did my braiding and banding. When I washed, I used the Sisterlocks products. I kept my hair covered at night. I know not everybody does. Whatever you have to do to protect your hair, do that. I protected my hair from lint and debris, all the things that they recommend that you do. I didn't use oil. I tried it, then my Sisterlocks consultant said, girl, stop. This is what you're doing. And this is early in the journey. And the reason she told me not to use any oils is because it attracts dust and dirt that can get caught up in your locks. And you don't want that. You don't want any buildup in your locks. So the products that I used early in my journey, the Sisterlocks starter shampoo, I sprayed it with a little distilled water every now and then. I got a little spray bottle for my distilled water. And there are a number of products. I have a little band cutter to help me go through my hair and nick those rubber bands out of there if I'm having problems taking them out. I also used colored rubber bands early in my journey. 6 months to 1 year, there was some growth. I liked how my hair looked, but it wasn't giving wow. I was still admiring the folks that were like 3 years or so. They had that shoulder length, that they were getting down the back length. As I approached 2 years, I would ask my consultant all the time, can I stop braiding and banding? Can I stop braiding and banding? Can I stop? She was like, no, can't, no, ask me, no. It was at the 2 year mark, or very close to, before my hair matured enough for me to not braid and band. However, for the most part, I still did. It got to the point, or it gets to the point in the Sisterlocks journey, as your hair grows, that it becomes heavy. For me, it feels like ropes when you wash it loose. I have recently washed it loose, and I think to my detriment, I lost any of the starter locks that were started around my perimeter, and some slipped even now. So I won't be washing my hair loose a lot. If I have the time, I'm gonna braid and band, or at least twist and band. That's what I did last time. I did a twist and band, and I can put my hair in bigger sections now. But the whole braiding and banding is hard when you have shorter hair. You're doing these little bitty sections in the front, and you're trying to make sure that you get everything in the braid. You want to make sure that the braids are loose enough that you can get the pads of your fingertips underneath the braids to your scalp to cleanse your scalp thoroughly. It's more complicated if your hair is shorter to braid and band. At this length that I have right now, it's easier to twist and band. I have been tired and I have not had the energy to do a legit braid and band. Life is lifing. And I want to just move into when my hair started to grow. So my hair started to grow, significant growth, when I hit that 2-year mark. When I hit that 2-year mark, and I'd see people I hadn't seen for a while, they would notice my hair growth. But there were points that I didn't even notice my hair growth until I looked at pictures of my hair. So from 2 years to 3 years, it grew significantly. And now as I hit 4, I'm getting to that bra strap length. And you know, it's even getting that hang time that you see people who've had their Sisterlocks for quite some time achieve. And I love that. I do have a length that I think I want my Sisterlocks to stop at. I don't want to get to waist length. I don't think. I want to get to about right there all the way around. If it got longer than that, I would probably continually cut it. I don't want any trouble when I'm trying to take care of the activities of daily life and my hair in the way. I don't want to be having to flip out my hair when I'm trying to take care of my personal needs, okay? And so I want this hair to be convenient and easy and not burdensome to have. That's why I would keep it to a certain length. And also, as I mentioned, it's heavy. It is so heavy when wet. And so I don't want it to get so super long that it's burdensome. And with that, I want to show you how long my hair actually is at this point. And I'm just wearing one elastic band, a smaller one, because I only have to wrap it around once. And so I don't have to, I can just do an updo. So I'm gonna show you what my hair looks like now. I might have to get up and go to a mirror, but let's see. Without going to a mirror, let's see if we can take down that top knot and untangle a little bit. This is probably a week-old twist out, so there is some pattern in the hair. So there's that. So let me see if I can go sort out how that looks in the mirror, and I'll be right back. Why y'all didn't tell me my lip gloss had come all the way off? If you haven't noticed in my shorts, I do love the Lifter Gloss by Maybelline. This is 22, girl, oldness, Peach Ring, one of my new favorites. Back to hair. Okay, so here we are. I tried to get it in some type of order and structure to show you what the length looks like. So this is where we're following with the twist out, and you know, people stretch their hair. I did have one really long lock. I believe it broke off. That's the hair. That's what it looks like. Get from against that gray surface so you can see it a little bit better. Here is the side view. Let's see if I can stand up and show you a little bit. So that is the side view. Can you see it? Maybe we need a little background. So this is the side view. I moved that pillow so you can have a little contrast with the couch. So yep, there it is from the side. It is, move pillow, I've had enough. Go away now, you've done your job. So just got them TJ Maxx a little while ago. I like it. Anyway, it is, let me see. It's hitting the bra strap. It's there. It's at the level, you know, that you say, I want my Sisterlocks to get this long. So it's there, but you know, I want it to be, when it's here, we rocking. Now we good. But I did want to show you the problem area. I'm hoping that you could see it. Honestly, life has been lifing so much, I haven't been able to treat it, not medically, since I got some steroid shots when I was in Texas. But since then, I have not found a dermatologist in Ohio to treat it. But that's my next step. As I mentioned, tomorrow's an off day and I'm really gonna try to get my life in order. And so let's talk about the status of my Sisterlocks now. Still have the alopecia here, and I am behind on my appointments because unfortunately I had a family tragedy that was unexpected, and it's still life altering and shattering, and it's hard to navigate the world post the loss of this person. And I don't want to publicly grieve, but I do have to acknowledge a significant family loss that I'm still hurting from. And so for that reason, my hair and hair care has not been a priority. It really hasn't. Maybe I'll get back there. I happen to have a great consultant here in Ohio who has given me grace, even though I have missed an appointment. So I missed one of my scheduled appointments and won't be able to go back into the next scheduled time. And so the time between reties has doubled. And as you see, my edges are just out. Honey, they just out. My edges are out. If I want my hair to lay down, I have to put some gel in it and lay the edges, because there's nothing around this perimeter that's locked. And that's my fault. I did wash it loose once, and I think that contributed to things just looking a little raggedy. And I'm trying to keep my hair separated, keep it clean, wear my bonnets. Like I said, I know everybody don't wear a bonnet, but I do. Just try to keep it from touching fabrics and materials that are gonna put a lot of lint in it. So I'm trying to maintain my hair in between appointments till I can make it to the next one. Because even though I did take the Sisterlocks retightening class, I appreciate Sisterlocks consultants and their craft and skill. Cause honey, I don't wanna deal with it. I don't. Whew, but I do recommend that you take the Sisterlocks retightening class, because in a pinch, when you are able to, and you can't get to a consultant, it's good to know. Get you a good old mirror that got the size where you can see the back of your head, and get to work. It takes me a week to retighten my own hair. I don't like it. I don't do it. Every now and then I talk about the products that I use, and I will make sure that they are listed in the description. That includes shampoos. I still use the Carol's Daughter Wash Day Delight. If I feel like my hair is super dirty, I may use the Suave shampoo, the clarifying shampoo, but it makes my hair feel brittle and dry, so I don't necessarily love it. I do use a spray conditioner, and I use that particularly when I take my hair down from updos or after I wash my hair, just to help with detangling. And of course, I showed you the elastics. I use these often. I use some claw clamps in my hair. I do have a specific tool that I use for retightening. I will make sure that I list that in the description. Another product, I said that medically I haven't treated the alopecia, but I do have one thing. I actually grabbed several products that I use and that I wanted to share with you. This is the Nairobi Rapid Shine Foaming Lotion. And I used that when I did my 2-strand twist, just to make sure that I had a little texture after I did the twist out. And it did. It's not like rolling beautiful curls if you do a big lazy twist out, but it will give your hair a little texture and a little oomph. And so I tried that for the first time and I liked it. This is just a little shampoo scalp massager that I use when I'm washing my hair. When I can't quite get the pads of my fingers where I want to get it in my hair, or if it's itching, I might use that. The Wash Day Delight that I talked about, which is, I need to get some more of that. Which in this area in Ohio, finding this on the shelf, it ain't that easy. So I'll either order it from Target or Amazon. It's not that easy to find, but interestingly enough, the Mielle, I don't know, y'all tell me, the Rosemary Mint Scalp and Hair Strengthening Oil, I find that at Walmart. Of course, they got a tiny ethnic hair care section, but this is in there. And I use this at this point in my hair journey and only occasionally, but you know, sometimes your hair feeling crunchy and crusty, and so I might use a little oil. I'm very mindful of buildup and watching my hair and asking my consultant if she sees any buildup. And the moment it is mentioned, this is the first thing that's gonna go. But I like it so far. Also, my leave-in conditioner is the Pravana Intense Therapy leave-in, and I use that basically for detangling, to make my hair a little bit softer after a wash or after taking down my updos where my hair really feels tangled. And I didn't have that experience earlier in my lock journey. It's only when I got length that I really felt my locks would tangle. And I have to finger comb a lot more than I did when I had shorter locks. A lot more than year 1 or 2. Like year 3.5, it really got interesting and I have to detangle. Now this is the product that I was talking about to treat the alopecia. It's the minoxidil topical aerosol 5%. It's Hers hair growth retreatment. What? No, it's the Hers hair growth treatment for women, once a day, unscented. It's a foam. I have not been into my routine on this, but my plan is to use this daily or nightly to help maintain my hair in between finding a new dermatologist to treat my CCCA or CCA, one of those, whatever the type of alopecia is called. It's a circle at the top of your head and your hair falling out. You don't have to buy this brand, of course. The whole point is to get the for the women formulated minoxidil topical 5%. And so I would recommend that if you're seeing you're losing a little up there. Not only will I recommend that, but I recommend that you go to a dermatologist to have that treated. And try to find a dermatologist of color or who has a specialization in treating people of color, black people, people with textured hair. Look for that. Treat it, don't cover it. Please. I know that we are very good at covering issues with our hair, but when it's time to address it with a dermatologist. And you might say, well, that's expensive. Wigs expensive, weaves are expensive, stylists are expensive. Invest in your own hair care. Dermatology includes hair care. I cannot stress it enough. I cannot say it enough. And when I can think clearly outside of my grief and pain and worried about this and that, I will come back to hair care. But it just has not been a priority in my life. And that's one reason I haven't done a lot of content, because honey, grief is hard. It is heavy. Yeah. Another product is these microfiber towels that I use on my wash days. I have 2 of them. I have some smaller ones, but this has the most utility on a wash day. The big ones that you can put up like a turban. And so I have another version of the wash day towels, and I'll leave that in the description. But everything that I have here, I'll try to leave something in the description for you as well, so you can, I'll link it to my Amazon. And so if you use the links, they are Amazon affiliate links, and if you use them, I will gain a small profit from your purchase. If you don't want to use those links, I absolutely understand. I did try to name some of these products if you want to find them separately, but yeah, I will gain a small profit if you decide to use these links. And if you do decide to use them, thank you very much. It really helps me to continue to make content. Thank you. What would I do differently if I were to start my lock journey again? I would probably have colored my hair and covered my grays before I got my lock journey started. There are a lot more grays now than in year one. Such is life. I'm okay with them doing their thing. The only thing of it is before I color, I want to work with someone who has some background, especially in coloring hair. I'm not really ready to do that independently. I don't really want to. If it gets gray, it gets gray. But eventually I do want to color. So if I had to do it all over again, I would have colored before. The only thing I knew about small locks, micro locks, I think the majority of the information I followed was Sisterlocks. Would I have gotten Sisterlocks with the... Probably. I probably would have gotten Sisterlocks because I think the offshoots of Sisterlocks I didn't know a lot about and couldn't find that research online yet. But had that information been available and I've been able to find people in the interlock community or knew where to look, I may have chosen another brand of an interlocking method. I think there are a lot of methods that can create a Sisterlocks look. So I don't know. I might have, if I started the journey today, I may have tried another method, or you know, I may have gone with slightly bigger locks, maybe micro locks. Not sure. I do enjoy Sisterlocks, but I understand that, as I mentioned earlier, but I do understand they are not the end all be all of locked hair. They're an option. I want to celebrate the beauty of locked hair and natural hair, Black women's hair here. And I don't want hair to be an avenue to divide us. I want us to support each other, support our beauty choices, and to enjoy our lives, because life has taught me the hard lesson lately of how short our time is here and how we don't know how much longer we have. So I'm not going to spend it in conflict with another woman over something as simple as how we choose to wear our hair. So we'll celebrate one another here. That's what this space is for. Celebrating, appreciating, educating. Ooh, I might use that later. We celebrate, we appreciate, we educate. Okay. And eventually we donate. No, maybe not. Well, maybe. I don't know, girl. Oh. Where the money reside. Not here yet. But one day, it's gonna reside here. But going forward, I mentioned the length that I want to achieve, the below raw strap, about right here. What you call it? Mid-back? Is that mid-back right there? That is the length. I want to treat my alopecia section right here. I want to color my hair. Maybe just to cover the gray, maybe I want to go a little auburn, maybe a little ombre, you know, maybe a little something. I may consider that. But I would probably go back to the person who installed my Sisterlocks for that and really research who could maintain it for me here while, you know, life is in Ohio right now. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a video. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Please enjoy each day of this life. Please spend your time uplifting other women in particular, supporting one another. Take care.